to Life Lessons Unfiltered, where we will share raw, real, and relatable experience to inspire and empower you. Just as we dive deep into the ups and downs of life, offering honest advice and practical tips to help you navigate your own journey. So grab your favorite drink, find a comfy spot, and let's get unfiltered.
Hi y'all, my name is Robin.
Hey, I'm Tammy.
And I am Bridget. Welcome to Life Lessons Unfiltered. And today's topic is ghosting. For those who don't know what ghosting means, Google it. Google it. I didn't understand what ghosting meant until I was ghosted. Okay? Listen. So let's get into this unfiltered topic about ghosting. Ghosting means when someone abruptly disappears out of your life, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And it doesn't feel good. I didn't understand like what happened, or should I call? There was no answer. I didn't understand I was being ghosted. So let's talk about ghosting.
I'm sorry.
I find it so inappropriate. This is a topic because I got warm all of a sudden. Listen, we're going to talk about ghosting as in what does it mean for the ones who actually do it? What is the intention? And for the receiver. So we're going to talk about both sides of ghosting, okay? Since I don't know if I ever ghosted anybody, but I'll just be on the receiving end because I understand how that felt. So I'm just going to start by giving my take on being ghosted. I felt confused. I felt disrespected. But there are times where I have felt like I need to cut people off. So I didn't understand that was also some level of ghosting. And because the word ghosting happened to me, I felt to be more respectable. Is that a word? As in to actually, how do I bow out or remove myself from a situation that I felt was inappropriate for me. And I don't understand why people ghost, but let's just talk about it, guys, because this is Life Lessons Unfiltered. And the lesson I learned about ghosting is not to ghost nobody.
So I'm being nosy.
Okay.
So were you ghosted by a man or a woman?
A woman.
Whoa.
I know.
Okay. I mean, well, ghosting happens in relationships. So, but I think that it's a thing because I had conversations today about this subject, and the people I spoke to didn't see an issue with it. Okay, I'm done with the relationship,
And you just stopped?
now I'm just gone.
That is so rude.
It is rude.
Well, I don't know if I was ever ghosted because people got mad at me and they left me alone, but I don't know if just somebody just decided to just up and
No, I
abandon me
think
on it.
ghosting is more like, we good today and tomorrow I have left the face of the earth. That type of thing. And I think that's so disrespectful.
Like something happened, but you don't know what happened?
Right.
And they wouldn't
You're
tell
left
you
in
what
the dark.
happened?
You're left in the dark.
And you're wondering what happened?
Nothing may not have
But you
happened.
couldn't
He
call
was just
nobody to
done.
figure out what happened.
The person was just done. Nothing may not have happened that you can even put your finger on. They were just done. You served their purpose and now they're gone.
What's the point of that relationship? If you can tell me what's going on.
Was it a
Was
relationship
it a
to
relationship?
them?
Was it a friendship? Was it a relationship?
Exactly.
Was there some intimacy? Not necessarily physical, but just the closeness, the affinity.
So to be ghosted, I believe it's first start when someone don't respect the relationship. You agree?
Yeah, someone had a misconception of the relationship.
That might have been me. Because if I think that we are good and something happened or something I did that the person didn't agree with, that they weren't happy about, I would have loved to know about it before they just decide that, oh, screw her, I'm not going to talk to her anymore.
So when this person ghosted you, did you reach out to
Yes,
them?
yes, absolutely. I would message or text and say, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? Because after some time, you notice, I didn't hear from this person anymore, right? But you don't understand what's happening until time passes by and be like, wow. But the reason for continuing to find out if everything is okay, is because I was concerned that, life happened. Something could have happened. Something could have.
This is true.
You know what I
This is
mean?
true. This is true.
I mean, I know we're in a world of information, but sometimes we fall off the face of the earth and you don't know what happened. So I continue to press on to the phone calls or the texts, and then I didn't find out till years later that I was actually ghosted because of something I said. And I didn't know what I said. Well, shucks, why don't you tell me? Send me a
They
text.
probably did
A Dear
remember
Jane
you.
letter, a Dear John letter.
Well, you know what the thing I think is the most important or the ugly thing in ghosting is the fact that you leave the person who's been ghosted, you leave them with all these questions.
That part.
And feelings, what did I do? What could I have done? And all of these questions that will never be answered. So how do you deal with that now, with this disappointment and this hurt? Where do you go with that?
I think, since you said that, what it reminded me of, when someone's missing, like a missing person on the back of a milk box.
Oh, like they used to put it on the milk carton.
Wait. Who do I call? No one
Who do I
knows.
call to get in contact with this person?
1-800. They
Lost
it
and
wasn't
found.
888.
No, 1-800, where you at? No, listen, I'm serious. Hold up.
And he takes back, not found.
Seriously.
They don't want to be found, and you won't find
No,
them. That's the whole
they
thing.
did it on purpose in the first place because
Correct,
they did not
correct.
respect the relationship enough to say, I didn't like what you said. You offended me or you affected me in some kind of way. They thought the best way to handle it is, I'm going to show
gone.
you to be gone and disappear. So now you're thinking, like the missing person. I don't think they put people on a milk box. Listen, do they put people in the post office?
I don't know if they do that
Only
anymore.
criminals, girl. Only criminals.
The missing person.
But he a criminal because he hurt your heart. So he a criminal at this point. But you know what the funny thing is? Today I had a conversation with my son about this ghosting thing, and he says to me, "Oh, I do it all the time.
Jesus.
I don't call them, block them for a while, for a couple of months, and then I call them if I'm lonely. And they sometimes answer and sometimes don't. I think the people that's getting ghosted has to have set some boundaries. Like, what the hell is going? I mean,
His son called me, I wouldn't
But
answer.
no.
after you
No.
ghosted me, my feelings is hurt.
I think they
broken,
might answer because they want to see
What happened?
what happened.
Right.
They think they're going to get a response in terms of
if they
what
hurt
happened.
you or not happened.
Yeah.
What? Now I
No,
really
why
don't
did
need to
no,
answer your
no,
phone
no,
call, you
no,
idiot.
no.
No.
Why did you ghost me, or why has it been like?
Oh,
X,
you
Y,
saying
Z
the
months?
person is answering because they want to know.
But I think you want to see ICU, the CIU. Freaking CIU.
The I see you.
When
Yeah.
They think something
So when
happened.
you got ghosted,
Yeah.
right, Bridget?
Uh-huh.
Did the person ever call you back? In all honesty?
It took some time. It took a lot of time. It took years, actually. It took years for them to say
See what the temperature was, huh?
something so. And then it didn't take me to look longer than that to realize, oh, that was deliberate. Now, what do you do?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, ventures is mine or not mine. I'm not sure. We don't talk about that. But it's like, as you realize that was on purpose, now what do you do? Because it definitely changes the relationship.
Oh, absolutely. Because now, at some point, I feel as though you disrespected me, because that was total disrespect.
Or disregard.
Either way, you in the R's. And the D. Okay? So, yes, we done with that, okay? Yeah, you only get one chance to do that type of thing to somebody, because if I'm of the mind, if you let them come back, they will do it again.
Absolutely, because you tolerated the first
You
episode.
teach people how to treat you.
Hello.
And once you know you okay with that, then
Yeah.
they're bound to do it again.
Listen. And what's the other side of ghosting? Like, okay, so now you're being ghosted. Someone ghosted you, now you know it. And now, like your son, they answered the phone. Now, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do, guys? You should let us know what you would do. But I then evaluate the relationship to realize that if I felt disrespected or disregarded or rejected, the arms,
The R's.
then the next thing I want to do is realize that if that person could easily dismiss me, reject me, ghosts me, then I was invaluable in the relationship.
Right.
So the next part of the topic or part B
And
is
maybe
like,
I should stop calling it a relationship because obviously it's not. They didn't feel the same
but there's
way.
different kinds of relationship. Just that, like
And
we
there are
said,
different levels of being ghosted because what if it was a one night stand and you was that's
thinking-
all the more reason to be ghosted sometimes.
well, that was even a relationship.
Well, that ain't even being ghosted. You knew what you was getting into.
That's a stranger.
But I think the issue lies with the ghoster.
The ghoster?
Absolutely, because you're a coward. Because
Facts.
obviously, you want to move on. Just say so. You grown, I'm grown. Let's just do this.
Are you too upset, or you don't have the maturity to express how you feel? So the easiest way to do is to ghost or slam the door.
Right,
But
right.
now, if that's a ghoster, what does a ghostee do when they figure out they were ghosted?
Keep it moving, sister.
Keep
Keep
it
it
moving.
moving.
But wait.
Keep it moving and never,
But
ever
when the
let them
ghoster
come
comes back into the situation, what's the next side B of being ghosted? How do you now handle that with grace?
There's nothing to handle because you ghosted me, you're going to stay ghosted. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
She's like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, because he already disrespected you, or he or she or whoever.
Facts.
Friends have already disrespected you. What is there to come back to do what? Because when you get fed up or have an issue that I have no knowledge of, you'll do it again. No,
But
absolutely not.
some people don't realize the effect it has. I knew the effect it had on me, but they don't understand that the relationship is not back to square one because you had a tantrum and you needed to take time out, so you ghosted me. You come back, I'm scratching my head like, okay, so.
So now you just have to deal with that person delicately if
We
you
don't
allow
have to
that
deal
person.
with that person at all.
If that's if you choose to, but you would have to deal with that person delicately.
I mean, but let me ask you a
tread
question.
lightly.
Do you not think that after someone disrespected you, ghosted you, and you take them back, doesn't that make you look weak?
Not necessarily. It
Like,
doesn't
what
make-
reason do I need them in my life?
Because okay, when the ghoster calls back as the
Okay.
ghostee,
Okay.
right?
Got new words.
You might want to try to figure out why it
happened?
was that they
Yeah, right.
ghosted you in the first place.
I don't
Okay.
care.
It can be a legitimate reason, it can be a valuable reason, it can be an acceptable reason, but at the end of the day, it's you, the ghostee, who decides where this relationship is going to go, if it's going to proceed, if it's going to last, is it going to be renewed, is it going to be restored?
But why do we even have to think on those levels? No, I'm just saying seriously. Why do we have to think on those levels? Why are we willing to accept someone disrespecting us
Facts.
to give them another try? Am I that desperate? Am I that needy to want and need this relationship? Hell no.
I think it had to do with you had a great comment earlier, but I think it has a lot to do with misinterpretation of the relationship. When you exactly when you think the relationship is valuable and the other person don't,
Right.
right, and the other person ghosts you, and so you, the ghostee, is going, damn, what happened? Because you took the relationship seriously and you took that person as important, but then you realize you weren't as important to them. You know? So respectively, I think in that situation, I reevaluated the relationship. For myself, I set boundaries, but the one thing I learned is that once ghosted, I mean, there can be a second time. Once ghosted, at least for me, there's not a reason to come back to how it was before. So the boundary set is that, okay, this person disrespected me. If I allow them in a relationship with grace, I have some boundaries set where it's never the same again. So I'm able to now navigate.
And what's the point?
Well,
She's
see,
still at the point.
I'm
Just-
like this.
Tammy's like, get rid of them.
Right.
I mean,
She's done.
because
Tammy
this
is
was
done
the
altogether.
point.
Okay.
But I think,
'Cause you
I believe
might
that I'm
want
going to give
that.
somebody else a second chance. You know,
Oh my
I'm going to
goodness.
give somebody a second chance
Selfish.
but there's going to be different kind of boundaries. I'm going to tread lightly with them, and then if they do it again, then that's a wrap for me. You know, because I'm willing to give somebody a second chance because who am I not to?
Tammy's not having none of it. She's like, listen, y'all exhausted
I
me.
mean, because it's so
I am
disrespectful.
Yes.
And that would be like, I'm calling you and you don't answer.
You
And
know,
it's
what's up
like,
with that?
you know,
What's up with that?
there's no explanation
Facts.
that you can give me, honestly, because you didn't respect me enough to even tell me that you had an issue. Or even if there was an issue, it may not even been an issue. You just might be like, I'm done with her. You know, but I'm going to invite you back in to do round 2. I think
I
not.
have a question for Tammy.
Bye.
I have a question for Tammy.
Okay.
Does it matter how long the ghosting happened for? For example, like if they ghosted you for a week, then they get a chance with you? Or no? See, she's real savage.
I mean, you know.
She's totally savage. Like you ghost me for a day, you're done. Done, I said.
It's a wrap.
A week.
She like,
If it happened and you know, and it was like a week period, what happened in your life? Did somebody die? What happened? Like it needs to be something really good
But I'm
for
not-
you to even drop me a text. I'm okay. I just need some time alone.
Sure.
You know, but I mean, for you to what happened? Somebody had to die.
Somebody's
but
got
life
to die.
happens. sometimes.
What? Okay, if somebody
That's
died, I
awesome.
get it. But you couldn't drop a text to say, I'm okay, I just need some time alone. That's respect. That's respect.
That's true. I believe that. I agree. I totally agree with the respect part.
And
But-
you teach people how to treat you.
True.
And you have to put that in motion from the very start.
So Bridget and I haven't talked in a long time.
Right.
Until just recently.
Right.
That's not considered ghosting though.
No, that's not considered ghosting. That's, people living their lives, but I can
Time
always
back.
pick up the phone and call you and we still good.
Okay.
Ghosting is we in a
We were good.
relationship, we was good,
It was a
and
problem.
now I'm calling you, you not even answering your phone, you not even texting me back.
Right.
You just disappeared off the face of the earth and said, I don't know Robin. Okay? That's
Right.
ghosting.
Okay.
Right. Because,
So,
yeah.
not that, you have friends that you haven't talked to in a
Yeah,
whole
because
bunch
I
of
think
time.
our friendship been so long. I think time and life happened where nothing was happening. So when we come back together, we just pick up where we left off. But guys, if you guys know Tammy and you ghost her, you better have a doctor's note.
Faux show, okay?
Or what's that?
Alright,
Internet
it gotta be
card?
a
An internet card?
No, you better call your pastor.
You better call the funeral director.
Get him to get you some cars.
Get that card.
Get a reason, okay, guys? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And it better be legit.
It's only right. We all deserve respect, and you have to set
Agreed.
some boundaries.
Because there is
Agreed.
no second time with Tammy.
Agreed.
as to how
One
people treat you.
and done.
One and done.
Burn the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, you have to set some boundaries so people
Yes.
don't come back into your life and just do that again. Because who gets hurt in that situation? You.
That's true. That's facts.
You can't be
Yes.
you can't be all nice because you don't want to hurt their feelings. Like who the heck cares about their feelings at this point when
Not
you're
us.
being ghosted?
Listen.
Yeah, no, I can't sacrifice my happiness for somebody else's happiness. That's what you're doing.
While you're talking, I had another thought. Because now I'm thinking the reason for my grace would be a whole lot of empathy. It's a whole lot of subject.
Yeah.
But because I'm like, not feeling sorry or feeling bad.
No, because you're a
but
good person, and you would
I'm a
know
good
you
person,
never-
guys.
and you
Because
know
we
you would
would've
never
given
do
grace.
that to someone
Right.
else.
Yeah, we should give him grace.
Does that mean you're not a good person?
And everything is not tit for tat
Maybe.
though. But everything is not tit for tat.
No,
okay,
I'm
okay.
saying that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are a good person.
I
So
am.
when that person calls you and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," blah blah blah, you want to give them a benefit of the doubt
True.
because you are a good person.
I am.
Even though they may not even deserve your benefit of the doubt.
Mm-mm-mm.
And you have to decide what that is based on the boundaries you set for yourself.
Facts. You know, I think in life, you know how you have an accountant and a lawyer? I think in this Life Lessons Unfiltered, we need like a life legal aid.
Whatever. I'm just saying. You know.
Get to the point. Facts is what matter. How you feel doesn't matter.
Cause I ain't got time for
I
that.
ain't got time for this. We've been ghosted, and ghosted means we're done. Yes, Tommy, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
Listen, don't mess around.
Ghosting
now.
means it's a
But
wrap.
it's a good conversation because I know it happened to me, didn't feel good. And so I would recommend, my outtake, if I have one, would be to do the respectable thing. It doesn't even matter, just for the respect of the person, doesn't, like some people want to respect you because of how they hold you, just because I'm a human being.
That part right
Just
there.
give me the respect because I'm a human being.
Right, right.
That if you felt like I offended you or something like that, or you need to just be gone out of, I don't know, a Dear Jane letter, I know there's Dear John, send me a text, send me a VM, send me a VM, IG, Facebook, send me a message like, hey, we chat later, I'm gonna be busy doing some other things, I'm leaving the country. Something I think could be better than just disappearing off of the face of the earth. So it's all about, you know,
Being a stand-up person.
but there's
Being
not
a
lot
person
those
of
people.
value.
Right.
Because if you're a stand-up person, you would not ghost anyone. You would say this relationship just isn't working, and we
But not
should
everybody
take
can
a
do
break.
But now in this day and age,
Not
people
everybody can
just-
do that.
social skills are lost.
We don't have social skills.
And I mean,
They got
even if you text, sometimes they don't even know how to text properly to
I
get
got
the-
problems with
to get the
people
thought across.
People don't.
Well, back in the day, I used to have a issue with people, sending a text or calling you on the phone to break up with you. But now, it don't develop to just ghosting you. We not even going there, okay? We just getting ghosted. I mean, I don't know. Where does it stop? What are you willing to accept?
I have a question. Have you guys been ghosted before,
I have.
Robin?
I'm trying to really think if I have ever been ghosted, and I can't say that I have, to be honest.
She was ghosted and didn't know it.
And
He was a
and-
smooth
wait,
operator.
and if I was ghosted,
He was a smooth operator.
if I was ghosted and I didn't know, then it is well deserved that the relationship no longer exists.
No, that ghost was Casper.
And I am so good with it.
Bam.
So good with it.
Casper just said.
Well, let me just see. Maybe I was ghosted. Maybe.
I mean,
but-
ghosting doesn't feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But your pride kick in at some point and say, you ghost me, mama? Excuse me, you ghost me? No, we have to put a stop. You can't come back and disrespect that. Get into that same place to be able to disrespect.
I don't think we'll ever get, if I was ever ghosted, I don't think we'll ever get into that same place where we would have that comfortability
Then what's the
for
point
it to
of
happen
coming
again.
back together in a
You know,
relationship
but-
at all?
Period.
But
And it's sad actually. It was sad. It's sad. It's a sad feeling because it's like I would have been willing to hear what was wrong. You know what I mean?
Of
Like,
course.
Yeah, I was willing to hear that. But what is your outtake on? I gave mine. My outtake is hopefully anyone who thinks ghosting is cool is to understand that the ghostee doesn't feel like it's cool. So if you honor friendships or relationships or just respect the person, period, I think it's best. If you learn anything from our unfiltered lesson today, if you're thinking of cutting somebody, OFF, that's a whole. If you're feeling to go OFF,
Off
just
the grid.
be a little graceful, or just send a message, busy, or whatever. But just understand that it just doesn't feel good to be ghosted. So if you're a ghoster, please think about it next time as we bring to you what ghosting, the topic of ghosting, feels like on both ends of the spectrum. Because, what do you think, Robin?
yes, I would just like to say to the ghoster, don't become a ghostee.
Casper, don't
Because
you do
it
it.
can happen to
So
you
you
too.
absolutely.
So be prepared to deal with that wrath. If you are a ghoster, you can become a ghostee.
And for those who don't even understand what that means, it just means that if you're upset with someone and you feel like I don't want to talk with them anymore, even if you need a break, everyone understands you just need a minute or a break, but don't let it be too long, you know what I'm saying? Like a year, 2 years, 3 years later.
Well, at that point,
But
things
I'm
are
hearing
so
this-
far gone, you can't come back.
Yeah, if I'm hearing it correctly, a ghoster, the ghoster does not even have to be mad with anybody.
Correct.
The ghoster
Just
just
done
no
with
longer
you.
wants to deal with you anymore. But again, I say, ghoster, you can become a ghostee.
For sure.
Basically, what Robin is saying is whatever you do comes right back to you.
Come on, baby.
It don't feel good. You may not know when the day comes when someone that you care about say, OFF is
Yes. And we want to get our final take from Miss Tammy.
Wow.
Okay.
to the ghostee, the ghoster,
Yes.
to the
Yes.
ghoster, like, grow a pair,
Oh,
okay?
shucks.
Because, you know, you grown, you're in a relationship. If things aren't working out, talk about it. You have to talk about it. If you value that friendship. If you don't, get ghosted. And then, you know, expect nothing in return. Don't come back down that road. Don't come back down that
Like,
road.
don't
It's
answer
just-
again, right? Don't answer, even answer.
Don't answer. Don't answer. To
To
the
the
ghostee, don't answer. Don't answer, sister, brother. Don't answer. Because you value yourself more than that, to let somebody keep coming in and out of your life when they feel like it, without giving you any respect or explanation.
Period.
Time to go.
That was good.
Move
That
on.
was good. Thank you. But I had to learn that lesson the hard way. If I knew how be, if I knew my life lessons legal aid was available to me, I would have called her. She would have told me what to do because she's unfiltered. Okay, guys. Like, listen, we're not even trying to stream this through. Oh my God, look how I feel. Just be done. OFF. We're out of here. So that was our outtake on
We thank
our
you.
topic for today. So we are going to thank you for joining us on
tonight.
Life Lessons Unfiltered. Hope you learned a lesson about we doing
Exactly.
And we appreciate you.
Yes.
And stay unfiltered, and we'll catch you next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.